hopefully I put this live in the correct places. After we got back last night, it was very, very late, so I thought I'm not even going to attempt to try and be, not that I wouldn't be awake, it would be that I wouldn't be with it, my brain wouldn't be with it, and I knew I needed that little extra time this morning. So thank you. I'm assuming for my members you're probably going to watch the replay. So welcome. Let me know actually if you're watching replay or if you're watching live, because it doesn't tell me who's live with me at the time. So what do we want? Hang on. Where am I? Right, daily affirmations. Yeah. Let's start with a card. Start with our daily card, and then I will do the reading, a short reading video for the card later. But our card for today, I'm going to do one of the gateway ones. What do we need to know? Those viewing our class, our meditation, follow me, and anyone that's viewing this video in this now moment or whenever they're viewing the container of this. The highest for today. Oh, I do have a note here, I will add. So, say on here. Horse again. We've had a lot of that horse energy, that movement, that shift, that transformation. Igniting courage. I am strong, vigilant and courageous. Courage is the energy for this season, so that's really good for us to work with. Let me just get mine. What one is this? Igniting courage. What does Denise Newton say? I can find the courage. Move forward fearlessly, gather your inner focus and take a risk. Speak up for yourself by honouring your truth. This isn't the time to be timid or hold back. Go forward gallantly with your banner of truth wavering in the wind. You are a light bearer for others. So I think this is probably a message for the light workers out there, the light bearers, as you say. And this in the background. The music's not actually. Why is that not working? Okay, well, don't worry. I was going to have some binary beats on, but it doesn't seem to want to work. Anyway, maybe it's tired. So for today, we'll scrap that idea. Igniting courage. So have courage to do things differently. Have courage to be your authentic self. That's what this channel is. Me demonstrating how I do that. I blend all of the modalities that I love and I feel can help and that help me, and hope in the hopes to demonstrate how you can do the same. How you can take. It doesn't have to be the way it's always been. Just because something's always been one way doesn't mean that it has to stay that way. There is that expression, oh, if it's broke, then don't fix it. But who's to say it's not broken if for others, if it's not working, then it's not working. Then try a different way. Take the courage. The season of autumn is linked to sadness and grief. So sometimes it means we have to have courage to understand that we can deal with it, that we've got this, that we're okay. that energy of depression, and that, like we were starting to retreat, that's linked to the season of metal, and sadness. It's like knowing that actually our sadness is not necessarily a bad thing. It's our body's natural way of releasing our tears and letting go, just like nature does. I'm looking out the window here beside me. It is raining quite heavily, and we have a catio that goes over the top, so it's caught a lot of the leaves, and those leaves that are kind of dangling through the tops of the catio, those leaves will go into the earth. They will become the nutrients, just like we do in passing. And understanding that the things that challenge us, those things that may bring us sadness, can also be a source of great nutrients for us, because it generally, if we're feeling so deeply about it, it's because it means so much to us. And it has... Gizmo, you hear him going mad. Mom, Mom, Mom. All right, baby, you want to come and say hello? So, igniting courage. Courage is the virtue, along with, let's refresh my memory, righteousness. So, standing in your truth. What's true for you? That's what that's that card in general. It is no waving your flag, your banner for what is right for you. May not be right for me. What's right for me may not be right for you, but we're all good. You do me, I do you. Oh, it's the other way around. I do me, you do you, and everyone's good. It's knowing that actually we don't have to be the same. We are an expression of love and light in each other, but we don't all have to be doing the same things. And everyone does it their way. With that, let's start class. So this class, generally, if you're joining me now at 10, hopefully it's because you've got the listing that I shared in the early hours of this morning, knowing that I would not be able to be there at 6:30 this morning. But the class generally is at 6:30. If you're viewing this on YouTube, generally it's from 6:30 to 7:30. We do half an hour of movement, stretching, Qigong or list. Now, I mean, this is a new thing for me. Low intensity, steady states is something that I've been talking about and learning about, is something that Qigong is very, very good at. So getting you moving, getting you shifting. And then we do meditation. So all geared to help you with relaxation, with recovery, with getting your immune system at its highest, and alleviating ascension symptoms, because Qigong is brilliant for grounding in these heavy waves of light that we've got coming in. And if you're following my channel, then you'll generally probably realise that obviously I channel what I call love language. It's getting you out of the head and into the heart, because it's not, oh, this means that. It's, you have to go beyond that. You have to be in the emotional field, out of the mental field, and kind of going beyond into a state of connectivity with the body, the mind, and the spirit. So that's the whole ethos of my channel. So let's get moving, and with that we're going to do some processes to practice that are linked to the season of autumn and building our immunity and our lungs. So hence why I was talking about grief. So let's start with a nice woody pose, stepping apart, and some nice tapping on the lungs. Breathing in some fresh light, in fresh chi. So if you visualise the light flowing through the top of the head, into the thymus, and into the neck. Gosh, this morning, this is why I do it in these. Keep banging. I'm going to go see who that is. Is that because it's pouring hard rain and I don't want to leave someone standing at the top. Oh, brilliant.
I thought I did yesterday, I had one.
Oh, right, yeah, no, or him, but all right. Brilliant, thank you. It's that, and it's our favourite postman. So we don't want to leave her out, post woman, post woman, post person. You still with your banging. And then take that into one arm up, come from banging. Oh, hang on. Up. Lovely. I love the post women here. We're really lucky. Post women, post person. Shake and the other arm up. And so I explained in yesterday's video, which I think I've made public. There's normally these videos on rolling the shoulders. Forward. Elbows, let's go through our joints. Get moving. It's easy and good. It's too big. It's my mother-in-law's. And rotating. And today I'd like to work with some right and left brain hemisphere alternatives. Really good for getting the brain working. Certainly need to get mine working. Fingers crossed you're still there. I think I might have to start this video again. There's been no end of interruptions. I think I might. If you're stretching. And over. Let's start over, I think. Let's start from the beginning. Bear with me. Because for those viewing later, that's no end of interruptions. So I'll go live, just go live. So if you're willing, we'll just start from the beginning. I think we'll wipe the slate clean after all that talking. We'll leave that as a part 2. Still, oh, you're still here. Brilliant. Okay. All right. Well then, we'll carry on then. I thought everyone had left then. Yeah, there are a couple of you still. Okay. So shaking it off like we did on Friday. In fact, Friday's day started like that and actually went into some deep channeling came through for the weekend. So you never know. Take it, let it go. Let's moving the body, the bottom half of our body. What was I saying? Yeah, I wanted to do the right and left brain hemispheres, get the brain working. I know you want to go out there. I can't stop the rain. It's not my fault it's raining. It's like I'm going to be in the garden. You're sitting here looking at me and this is, Mummy, you've forgotten me. There's fish in there for you, I know. And the opposite way. Difference between the lives or if it's a zoo. And let's just go from our side, lean and stretch. And the opposite side. Alright. And stretch. Right, we're going to attempt, and I'm going to say attempt because my brain feels like it's a bit like addled today. So right and left brain. So bring your hands up. We'll do some teacups. We'll do one side first, then the other, and then you do them alternatively. The alternatively is a bit like rubbing your belly and tapping your head kind of thing, as you really do have to kind of think about it. So one hand stays at the lower dantian, the other one comes forward, and you imagine, it's called teacups, you imagine you've got a tea hat. This point here in the centre is our low hand point, the pericardium 1, I think it is, or pericardium 8, I'm not sure of the number. Anyway, but this is where energy can come in and energy go out. We can give and receive. It's quite a good point to know. Anyway, we've got that. We're going to have a little teacup on it. You can actually hold a crystal if it helps, or hold something small, or something that it doesn't matter if it drops, just in case. And you take the hand out, goes round, up at the head, then it comes down, round, and again. So out, round, up, and we're just doing one side. Oops, I think I ended up doing, I'm meant to be doing a simpler one, I'm doing the more I find that easier. Up, round, down. So you want to be thinking about giving the tea, serving, and keeping it flat. So we're making a spiral with our body, and what I didn't say, but you naturally should do, is your body, your hips create also a figure of 8 as your arm makes a figure of 8. And come to centre, swap sides. So I've just got a small little book here. So again, this is where you have to think. So forward, round, and down. Great for the shoulders. It's a full body movement, but it is bilateral, so right and left brain hemispheres. Gets you thinking, moving. Great to do in the afternoon when you're feeling a little bit like, oh, my brain's a bit foggy, especially at the moment with what's going from today, in fact from yesterday till the 30th, energetically are rest days. It's because we're moving and shifting seasons, you're going against what nature is wanting you to be more retreative. So obviously in everyday living you still got to start work at the same time, you still got to do the school run or do those things that need to be done in our world. You want to help shift, and this can help do that by doing any bilateral practice. So we do a few. Great for the body though, great for shifting energy, because it's working with the figure of 8, spiraling energy within our fields and getting rid of any patterns that get stuck. So, okay, and then, this is the hard one, he says let's start here. So then we do the same thing. I'm going to go slow because I'm going to need to think about this myself. As we get to here, then we change direction, get to here, change direction, to here, change direction. Sorry guys, I have to say I'm probably not 100% today. I'm maybe 50, 60. I need my sleep, I like my sleep. It was a late night for me being at the concert. It's not the norm. So just don't worry too much, because I'm probably not demonstrating this at my best. But the idea is you keep your hand flat, right, left, rotations. Oops, doing it up, I'm doing an extra one. Stop. We're going to come to a stop. Right, I'm going to drop the book for the minute and I'm going to move through. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, darling. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We've done 9 on each side. And bring the hands up and go in deep breath. Pulling down the central column. And again. And then just the side, and the side, and the side, and the side. And bring your awareness to that point in the centre of your hand. You're holding a teacup. Energy flowing, like you're drawing. As you draw your hands, you see, as you draw, you see a line and then it sort of disappears. It follows. Almost like you're seeing it in slow motion and it's got this little towel behind it. Visualize that. And take your hands to your hips and make that little figure of 8 we were doing yesterday. Our cauldron. Stirring the cauldron. And as we shifted some of that energy, we want to connect to our storehouse, our powerhouse, and visualize where we're going to direct that energy. As we move in, we're going to come to a stop. Take a breath, bring the hands up to the heart. Take one into a fist and one make an L shape. So you've got the thumb and the forefinger, and the L shape comes this way. And watch and open the eyes, focusing on that. Whilst this one pulls like a bow and arrow, lean, but don't let your knee go over your foot. So just leaning forward and then bringing back, and then the hands swap. So this one becomes a fist, that one becomes the direction, your focus. Inhale, exhale. As you're breathing in, breathing out, with your mind, think of where you're focusing that crystalline light of energy, where it needs to go in your body to begin with. Where do you need, is there anywhere that needs a little pick-me-up? Send arrows, little figures of 8 to that area. And then in your life, in your home, he's really wanting attention. Last time, inhale, exhale, and then take the hands to the centre, bring them to the chest, and then we turn them into little circles rotating, feeling like especially to the lungs. And think about, I was saying about where to send it in your body. Also, anyone you feel needs to feel that. Feel the flow coming down to the top of the head as you're doing so, flowing through your central column, your lightsaber, lit up the whole of you, but especially around the lungs, and feel as though you are fortifying your shield. You know, you have like the warriors with this, or they have this like breastplate. I want you to envision the light here over this area. This is your like armor, if you like, for life and protection, but it's more a filter that stops anything in its tracks from harming you. So you've got this little bubble that's close to you that feels you. If you remember when we were doing it back in 2022, I would say, and remember this little spot, we can shrink it down like a suit that expands around the wholeness of your body. It's a field that's there when you call it into play. It's your courage when you need it. It's that confidence, energy of, I can do this, I've got this, and feeling it there in this circle as you circulate and go whatever way you were circling, go the opposite direction and feel it swirling around. It's not physical, but it's not rigid like the armor. It's a moving, tangible thing that will be expansive or contractive when you need it. When you just want to go, doop, doop, like you turn it on just in your awareness, on your 5 minutes, and it's there. It's your connection. It's your allowance of being in this space. And in reference to the lungs that we're working with, we're going to make the sound, obviously, for the Qigong sound, the of releasing, like there's a small valve. So anything, you don't want things trapped behind things, you don't want to push stuff down, emotions and stuff. So this is that we're releasing. It's a valve of release. So add that to your intention with the physical move. From the circling, start to gently tap on the lung points, bringing the breath in through the nose, and then extending out through the mouth with the sound of and as you bend over, you push all of that out from the lungs. So breathing in, breathing in, and one more time. Deep breath in and letting go, knowing with that big it's pulling away from you anything, but releasing anything, any energies, any structures, anything that's trapped, any sadness that is not being witnessed. We're allowing it to release slowly so it doesn't build up and explode, and having that courage, filling and fortified in that righteousness, the essence that is you. Just breathing that in for a moment, feeling centered. So in Wuji pose, standing pose, nice tipped pelvis is tipped slightly forward, relaxed, shoulders back and down, nice posture, Wuji posture. Drop the hands down to the lower dantian and breathe. Now we're going to do a slow one of these, just lifting the hands up, gently knocking and lowering the hands down, bringing them back to belly. Lifting them up, gently knocking lowering them down. They kind of come behind, bring them back to belly. And then in a moment we're going to start to speed that up. So we're activating immune points, working with the lung points. And then drop the back to belly and just to the side. So knock, swing the arms, knock, swing the arms. And exhale through the mouth this time. Anything, letting go, making space, creating space, allowing time, lifting, activating points within the body. You feel it activate as your arms go back and push this point here for our immune system. Lungs, air, feeling cleared, like after a storm, and you can feel the air's fresher, energetically fresher around you. Our movement, creating the shifts, the change, the clearing, the strengthening and fortifying. Now, the next one, leave your hands at your chest. And just breathe, feel the stillness, feel the difference of the movement to stillness. Take the hands around and under the armpits. We're going to go trace down the meridian. We come down the back and cup. Just pushing the shoulder blades together. Right. We're going to join some stuff up in flow. You know these things, so you're cool, you've got this. Going down the back, over the bottom, behind the legs. We get to the knees, knock, then come down, trace around, come by the middle toe between the fingers, come up the front, over the hips, and down, then go down the side of the legs, come round over the middle toe, and then come down and around the sides, up the interior leg until you get to the hips, and come up, back up to the kidneys, the adrenals, and hold, push the shoulder blades together, bring the hands round, turn them into fists, lift them up, inhale, spinal cord breathing, this one is, we're blending it with some meridian tracing, bringing it in, so you're rolling forward, gently, and then out. In breath, out, in breath, and out. Next time you come up, come to the sides, tighten the fist, pushing the shoulder blades together. This time when we open the hands, we push forward, we bend the knees. We sweep them down, slowly coming up behind us. Keep the knees bent, ever so gently, not too much pressure. And then they come up to the back again and hold here at the kidneys. Right, we're going to go for all of that again. Take a breath in, coming down the backs of the legs, coming up the fronts of the legs, round and down the side of the legs, up the inside of the leg, Coming to the kidneys, stretching, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Bring the arms up into fist and up beside the head, strongman pose. Inhale at the top and then bend, spinal cord breathing, the elbows come together, you bend forward, rolling elbows back and then up again. Breathing in at the top, breathing out as you go over. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It's down, come up. And the next time you come down, bring them to the waist, bring them behind you. And come up in front of you and float down into what we call angel wings. Hands out, extended out in front, floating down in a squat. Coming up when you're standing, hands, the palms of the hands or the palms of the feet are at the adrenals, and then sweeping you forward, bending, feeling flow. Breathing in. Now take them to the hips again, and we're going to gently rock. As I said at the beginning of this video, we're moving through sadness, moving through grief, breathing, allowing, just rocking from side to side, feeling our courage, knowing that actually we're alright in a way. Bring the hands up in a butterfly over the heart, keep the swaying, and then tap with the hands. This is helping the soothing bilaterally with grief. Again, it's great just to help regulate in recovery. You're slowing down if you've been doing heavy exercises. These gentle movements, gentle exercises for the brain, the right and left. It's great for regulatory practice and recovery. Rest and digest. Qigong helps us with taking one hand up, keeping them crossed if you can. With our taps, keep the movement from hips from right to left. Gentle rhythm of your own rhythm. Also great for boosting oxytocin hormone, the cuddle hormone, as we come down and gently, we're going to work with just the arms, and you literally just giving yourself a little bit of extra love and hugs. So all you want to do is just be rubbing and soothing the arms. This is what helps releasing the oxytocin, like when we cuddle someone. And you can do this with a gentle patting and swaying as well. Acting our Reiki field, like you're patting, like you see these mums holding a newborn and just patting the baby to soothe them off to sleep. You're not going to go off to sleep, don't worry, I'm going to wake you up in a minute. But that soothing, bringing that laughing hormone, that stimulating that love hormone that boosts our immune system. And then take that into one hand and on the shoulder, drop one arm and just tapping the shoulder. You can keep that swaying, moving, and gently moving down the arm and up the arm. If you want to slowly open the eyes, if you've had them closed, we're going to move and start to move a little bit quicker. across the chest and swap. Start with just the swaying with the knocking on the shoulder. And then coming down the interior of the arm and up the outside of the arm. Keep the swaying going at the same time. We're giving monkey mind something to do. And when we're moving from side to side, that swaying helps with any emotional bio attachments in our field for grief and releasing of resistance. And up the side, resistance to change, the change of seasons, the change of experiences, changing our life. And we're working as we're tapping through the meridians of the intestines. It's like what we can digest. And up. And then shake that off. It's big. And shake. Just releasing any excess energy that we've created back into the earth, grounding. And we're going to bring that up into babbling brook. So bring the hands up over the head, extend them up, and then take a breath, and as you breathe in, go up on the toes, keeping your gaze fixed on one point for your balance. Hold. Inhale, exhale gently at the top, and then slowly on to the next inhale. Exhale down. Hands come down, and hands and feet go up. And come down. This time just the hands go up. Let's start this one again. Stretching through. Inhale up and exhale over to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale over to the other side. Now you can stay there, or you can come all the way down, round, circling the whole body, and that waist, working on our waistlines at the same time. And these gentle incrementation movements work over time. Your abdomen, wait for the belly. And this time go the opposite direction. Or if this is too much for you, just stick with the breathing that we were just doing. And have a go. You can perhaps do it in a little one at the top. And come into the top. You take the hands down into Wonder Woman and rotate the hips, bringing us back into that stirring cauldron energy. Rotating and the opposite direction. Finishing off with our joints that we haven't yet done. Just coming down, step in. Take the hands to the knees and rotate the knees. You can do this sitting if it's easier. 4 times one way, 4 times the other. Whilst we're here, when you've done 4 on each side, roll up that lower back. And bring the leg up. Hug the knee. And balance. If you need to hold on to something, then can do. Take a breath, and then we extend the leg out in front of us as much as we can. And again, if you need support, or you can bring the hands out to the side for your balance. Then the leg comes back in, comes down, goes back behind us, so we're tipping the heel up to the buttocks as much as we can. And comes down. Don't place it on the feet at the ground just yet. Hold that balance. As you lower, you lean and lean out to the side. Feel that in the thighs as well. And then placing it down. Breathing in. Lift the opposite leg. Hug the leg. Exhale, extend. Extending arms for balance or holding onto a chair. Exhale, inhale, feel that stretch. And you bring it behind you. Leaning forward. Bring the heel up to the buttocks. Need some more space so you can actually see this a bit better, but you can hold it behind if it helps, stretching. Get a little bit more of tension. Lowering. And don't touch the ground just yet. Bring it out to the side. Keeping that balance. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling through it. And then lowering to the ground. Now we're going to work on either side and stretch those muscles that we just worked with. Just, you can hold onto something. You can place your hand on your hips, the other arm and leg come up and down, up and down. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now the straight leg is not straight, it's slightly bent at the knee. You're feeling the tension, you're feeling it, so you should feel it in the thigh a little bit. But the hand is in flow, like a wing. Keep your balance, just keep your focus on one spot. And focus on the movement and placing them both down and do the other side. Again, hand on the hip or hand holding. Breathing in, breathing out. Engage the leg, bending that knee slightly. Oh, I need to be slightly tipsy. So, right or left brain and balance helps with this. Fixed point. Keep breathing. Can't remember how many we did on that side. Let's do 2 more. And come back to centre. Feeling those thighs come into bamboo. Just feeling the body, feeling the ground, energy, alignment. Hands come into mountain pose. This is my favourite pose. I do this a lot, you might have noticed. Feel connected to the high energies and rounding them down. You can do this anywhere. This is why I love this. You can just, in the supermarket, if you put your hands out like that, you can just be going. Might notice a little bit maybe. You're standing there while you're waiting for the kettle. And just breathe in, remembering to take a few breaths. Really good to uplift the energy. Hopefully your energy feels uplifted. So just shake out the legs and rotate the ankles and the wrists at the same time. And in the opposite direction. And then the other side. That's what we did in the beginning. Make sure that again in a little shake, either side. And come to a seated position. For the last 5 minutes, I shall pull. No, actually, I won't pull a card. Just ask you to close your eyes, come to a seated position, and let's just clear out to finish. So, hopefully, you're feeling a little bit uplifted, feeling your strength, your balance, your equilibrium. Now just breathe into that. feel. You can place your hands either side of your knees, on your legs and just on your thighs, palms face down. And feel into the energy that we've created. Feel into that cauldron, that crystal that we directed yesterday into the belly. Feeling centered and vital, that you can tackle anything. You've got the courage to be and do and speak truth through love. Resonance frequency. When I struck this, it holds that sound, that resonance. That's you as you move through your day, as you move through your feel where there's disharmony, where there's harmony, be able to preempt for the sounds of your being. So calling you back. Not sure how much the sound of that would be coming through, but let's pick one of these today. Whatever. Finish off with the candle. To finish. Ooh. That's the top one. Please notice when you are happy. Make a note of when you're happy and revel in that joy for the day. Please notice. Oh, she says, please notice when you're happy. Oh, it's all backwards on there. Have a beautiful one. Thank you for staying. Because this one was a little bit all over the show from when we start, but hopefully we got it back. I do feel like my brain is actually, from when I started, I don't know about you, but I certainly felt like I needed that right and left brain knocked back into place to feel that kind of key. So have a beautiful day and thank you for your time. I'm going to pull one more card over in the Patreon and do the reading in there, because these ones are nice little quick ones for the courage, but I want to do one of my favourites. Where have they gone? Oh, it's right at the back. Chinese elements. She says, reach it. If you've got time, I will pull it live here and then I'll do a separate little live for the reading itself. So you guys, I know a few of you have got these anyway, so you can look them up. Card for the day for those that are here and that view this video. Oh, we haven't had this one before, but it feels relevant. Metal Dragon. Well, we're in the season of metal. Working the warrior within. So our two cards for today are working with the warrior within you. There's our central column of light, being balance of that, of who you are, standing in your truth and standing up for truth, and courage to do so. I am strong, vigilant, valiant, and courageous. Vigilant, there's never any mistakes, so vigilant too. Be vigilant of your energy for today, so be aware of where your energy is at. And 1 and 7, which makes 8, that's infinity, and we were working with the infinity symbol today as well. He's literally winding up, but I'll go and do a little bit more on just that card in a short little mini reading. So thank you for your time, thank you for your patience, and have a beautiful day. Thank you. Big love and blessings to you, Maxine. Thank you for your support.